Hey everybody, welcome back to Tips from Steve and Steph. It's been quite a while since we made a video, but we are hoping to be back. And today we are kicking it off with a pretty unique thing. We are making chicken fajita crimpets. And I'm sure a lot of you are very unfamiliar with what this is, but we are going to show you how to assemble these. And all you need for this recipe, aside from the basic cutting board, pot, pan, knife, is going to be the burrito-sized flour tortilla shells, cheese, which we got Fiesta just to theme it, but you can use any cheese you want. A couple bell peppers, I'd say 2, but I'm just gonna make 3. An onion. Some fajita seasoning mix with the water. I'm not gonna use the oil that they call for with the mix. And of course, the star of the show, chicken. I picked up a rotisserie chicken today, just because whatever I don't use is good tomorrow in a salad or just to make something else with that chicken. I'm sure that the standard chicken breast would be more authentic for this recipe, but that's up to you. It's just a matter of preference. So we are gonna show you how to assemble a crimpet. So before I get to chopping up the vegetables and tearing up the chicken, I kind of want to explain what this is. Basically, you're making a sealed quesadilla, or like a hot pocket essentially, that you can stuff with whatever you want in there. Steve had bought this for me and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. It's plastic, I can't bake it. It was so confusing to me. So we went to go look up some tutorials and try to find some recipes, and there's pretty much nothing on YouTube for how to use this thing. So I think it's kind of probably new. You can get them for $25 on Amazon. It is well worth the purchase, but I'm going to show you how to assemble this. Okay, so before I saute up the peppers and onions, I do want to note that if you are using raw chicken breast, you're going to want to ideally marinate them in the fajita water seasoning for, it says 15 minutes on the package. But you're gonna wanna give that raw chicken a head start. So you're gonna start with that chicken until it's pretty much done, and then you can go ahead and add in your vegetables and saute them until they get pretty much just to wherever you like the density of your vegetables cooked until. Since I'm using pre-cooked chicken, I'm just gonna go ahead and start sauteing up the veggies, and then I will just add the chicken in at the very end just to kind of warm it up. So let's get this cooking. You're gonna put a little bit of olive oil into a pan, and you're gonna heat it up. Once this is hot, which I'm gonna jump the gun on this one, but you're going to add your vegetables in. And this will probably cook for, I don't know, I like my vegetables soft, so I'll probably go a little bit overboard with it, but yeah, probably like 5-6 minutes, I'd say. And it's as easy as that. So while the peppers and onions are sauteing, this is my time to start shredding up the chicken. So now that the vegetables are getting browned and getting softer, this is around the time that I'm going to add in my cooked chicken and the water and the fajita seasoning. So I just kind of like roughly, chunkily chopped this up. I'm not really concerned about, I think it's gonna shrivel down a little bit anyways. So we're gonna stick the chicken in there. Once I get this all stirred up, we're gonna add in 1 packet of the fajita seasoning and the 4 tablespoons of water. Stir it around, let it simmer for a minute or 2 till the chicken's hot, and then we will go assemble them. So as you can see, everything is nice and browned. The peppers are soft, the onions are sauteed, and this is ready to go. Okay, so now you're going to take one of your large burrito shells and you're gonna stick it right there in the middle. How you assemble this is totally up to you. Just for the sake of it all being held together and extra cheesy, I am going to put some cheese down first and then the peppers, and then top it off with a little bit more cheese. How much you fill it also depends on, again, I mean, if it's overfull, the worst that you're gonna get is maybe a little bit of a messy crimpet. But you're gonna want to preheat if you have an air fryer, that'd be best, because you're supposed to air fry it at 350 for between 7 and 9 minutes, depending again on how crispy you want it. Now you can always flip it over and add cheese to the top and do like a quick broil just to get the burnt cheese flavor on the top of the crimpet. So once you're done filling it up, you're going to take your finger and just get your finger a little wet with water, and you're going to put it around the edge just to make it just slightly damp. And this is gonna help hold that seal together when you crimp it down. So we're gonna put this in the microwave for 20 seconds, just enough to soften the shell and just make all the flavors kind of marry together. And then we'll crimp it and air fry it. Okay, so now that we have microwaved it for 20 seconds, you're just going to fold over and kind of self-explanatory, you're gonna crimp it. So it's gonna seal it up. And I do wanna say that you could probably experiment with doing like a flavor sprinkle once you put that water on to enhance kind of like a flavored crust. I have not done that with this. Maybe I will on my next one that I make. But so here is, I guess I didn't do the most centered job of folding this, but this is what it looks like, and it's completely sealed. So all your stuff is now stuck in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble 2 more of these, and then we'll pop them in the oven. So this is totally optional. We are gonna go ahead and put a little bit of melted butter on the top just to enhance the flavor, maybe make it a little more crispy. Just a little graze of butter. And then like I said, when we flip them over, we might add a little bit of cheese on top to melt on the top of them. Perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and stick them in the air fryer. I flipped them at 7 minutes, and look at how golden brown and yummy they look. Okay, so I couldn't forget to show you the quote of the day. So today's quote is, "Die with memories and not with dreams." Basically just get out there and attempt to do the things that make you happy, whether you're successful or you're not. You tried to fulfill a dream, and it's better to pass on with wonderful memories, whether they are just attempts or not, than to wish you could have done something. So hope it's inspiring. Okay, so a revision, it's 7 to 9 minutes per side, air frying at 350. So I did the 7 minutes, I flipped them, and then now that I'm down to the last 3.5 minutes on the other side, I'm going to pull them out, add some cheese just so it can get melty. Pop them back in. Okay. So after 7 minutes per side, this is what they're looking like. And you could, again, broil the cheese if you wanted it crispy and whatnot, but we're just gonna leave it at this for right now. So while this is cooling for a couple minutes, I am going to bring you over to what we're serving this with. Okay, so I'm sure the options are endless for what people like on their fajitas. We are just gonna serve ours with some sour cream, salsa, guacamole, and a chipotle ranch, just for dipping options, I guess. But while those are cooling, I do want to explain to you that you can make these with like apples and cinnamon, cream cheese and strawberries, any kind of like sweet dessert empanada style. You can also make like hot pockets with pizza sauce and cheese and pepperoni, a loose cheeseburger. You can do so many things with these. My favorite that I'm excited to try at this point is going to be like an omelet, like an egg scramble type of thing with eggs and sausage and ham and cheese. So, I mean, just feel free to explore. I highly recommend you get one of these, but I'm gonna bring them over so you can see the end result. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this so you can see what it looks like inside. It's nice and crispy. It's still very hot. Okay. Oh, it's smoking. So this is what it looks like. And this is why I was stating if you wanted to stuff it more or less, depending on your liking. So yeah, at this point you would just, you know, serve up your sauces and dig in. I'm gonna take the first bite. I'm a little scared. It looks a little hot. Maybe we'll just talk for one more second. Going back to the other recipes about the desserts and stuff, you would definitely wanna look up some sort of recipe on how long to bake those for. I'm sure the whole thing changes based on like how this is like meat. I'm sure that needs to hit a different temp, especially with the breasts. So look up the recipes. And if you guys have any cool recipes that you try, if you do end up getting a Crimpit, feel free to leave them in the comments because I'd be very interested to try new ones and I'll even make videos on them. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna do no sauces just to see the authentic flavor of this first. It's still really hot, but it is delicious. The fajita seasoning is not very overpowering. I did do more than the package recommended. It was 1 pound of meat to 1 pepper to 1 onion. I did 3 peppers and like 2 pounds of meat. So if you're gonna like make a huge batch, I'd do another packet for sure. But we have lots of leftovers so we can make many more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you next time.